Okay, welcome back, everyone. We are in uh, Hof Bergmann. That's where we're at. I'm just going to make a quick change to one of my filters real quick because I noticed in the video yesterday or the stream yesterday that the controller clicking was starting to be really annoying. So I'm just going to try and rectify that. I don't know how soon it's going to be fixed. I'm going to just have to keep making little adjustments here and there. And I'm trying to stay consistent with this one, at least pump out a couple streams a week so you guys can see things. Brand new day. I worked one day in between, and I'm going to show you a little bit of finances here because, yeah, we've spent a lot of money in September and October. The majority of my income yesterday came from contracts and such, and I don't exactly. Contract income was 28,000 yesterday. I did a couple contracts where I was plowing. That's what I'm trying to say. I have a muscle in my back that's kind of pinching this morning, so I'm going to be going every once in a while. But anyway, I have the contract income. I did sell the fermenter that I had down in the other field, and I also sold the biol station. Just to clear that up, I'll put the biol station back down here if I decide to put it back down when I get to the point of planting and stuff again. I'm going to actually, can I sell these? No, I can't. Okay. It's just one of those things. Those are things I don't need on the farm because I never use them, but we'll just check them. All right, so first thing I need to do is check on the animals. I haven't done that yet this morning. I fed the cats when I came out. Other than that, I haven't done anything. So we're going to check on the animals real quick. They've got 185 manure. I don't see it appearing yet, maybe a little bit right here. So we're going to let that go a little more. Their food is good. They're still at 700 units of food. Boy, these geese are noisy. Holy cow. They're good to go. I did buy a bag of oats for them so I can keep their health as high as possible. So that's where we're at with those guys. Rabbits are doing their own thing over here. They're still working on stuff. They've got, there we go. They've got, they're at 80% health because their food and everything was low. I need to check and see if I'm feeding them properly. So let's take a peek at that. Rabbits. Total capacity food. Yes. Oh, they need lettuce and carrots to give a little bit more stuff. So let's see if we can buy a pallet of carrots in the store. I don't think I can, but we'll try. And I have coffee stuck in my throat this morning, so we're gonna just have to deal with that. Vegetables pallet. That's an empty. That's not a filled one. So we are gonna have to probably just spawn one in because I'm not going to take a carrot, what do you call it? Carrot contract just to get a few carrots for my animals. So we're just going to go ahead and look at the price and see how much carrots are currently selling for. Carrots are currently selling for, we're going to say about $2.50, give or take. So we'll say $2.50. Actually, 256 looks like 260 at the top. We'll go 250. That works for me. So we're going to do F12, which is my menu, easy dev controls, and we're going to add a palette of general, which is, get to the carrots here real quick. And I might be on the wrong item. There we go. Carrots, there they are. And we're just going to do a full pallet of them. And then I'm going to adjust my money down by 250. So we're going to go 250, remove. All right, so we got carrots for the bunnies. And I have no way of really handling this in very tight quarters like this, so I'm just going to super strength it. But we're going to do, if I can get it through the door, which I can't. Okay, let's see. Can I feed them outside? I don't believe I can. Do I have a... Can I dump it in the back of the beast? This is where I run into problems, because half the time I can't get these out of the containers. Grr. You know, we're just going to set this one back, and then we're just going to spawn some on the ground and do it that way. Simply because I can never get them to come out of the container. So, let's do this. We're going to do... where is it? Pallets I don't want to do. Crops I don't want to do. Tip to ground, that's what I'm looking for. Let's see. Carrots. We're gonna do... we'll do 50... whatever, 50 meters, 50 cubic meters. Actually, we're gonna do 500. And then that takes care of that, and then they dump them right here on the ground. And then I'm going to use my lovely little shovel to take them into the animals. Which I need to get these potatoes cleaned up today. I'm going to be selling all the potatoes because I don't plan on using his little thing here. Alright, take these into the rabbits. I gotta slow myself down a little bit because it's getting hard to control them. So where is my feeder trough for them? Feeder trough is... I have no idea. Let's see, can I just dump it here? I can. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do with carrots and stuff. And I can't take any more. Okay, so we got carrots in them now, so they'll start getting better health. I'm gonna shut the door here. And I'm not gonna charge myself again, even though that pallet, I can sell it, but whatever. Not gonna be that picky about it. And I'm going to just dump those on the ground as a... No, dump them on the ground, please. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to leave the scoop right here. And we're going to go ahead and finish taking care of our animals real quick. Holy cow, these guys got big overnight. Wow. And these guys did too. Okay, these guys need to be moved now. Let's see if we can get that leash to work. Excuse me. And get him moved over to the new pen. This thing was giving me fits the first time I used it, so we'll see if it works this time. And pardon me while my throat decides it's going to be a poop this morning, obviously. Try to wash some of that coffee residue down. Gotta have my coffee in the morning. Alright, so we're going to do this. I don't exactly know how this works, so we're just going to do this. We're going to move them. We're going to move two of them. Move to trailer. Move to trailer. Okay. Okay, we got two of them. Now, I need to go out here to the trigger here. And then we're going to do these guys. Two of them. No, I don't want to sell them. I want to move them in to the pen. Come on, let me move them. Oh, I guess I probably need this. Probably need the thingy here. That's what I needed. Okay, and move to husbandry. Yes. Alright. Get the last one. These guys are a little small, but they're a little bit big to be held in the pens here too. So we'll just take this one and get him over to the other area. No, I don't want to sell him. Come on. Be nice to me, leash. Move to trailer. There we go. Move to trailer. And then this one. It's not giving me what I want. What I need. Come on. There. Nope. That's giving me 5. Where's my other piggy? There it is. 1. Move. Move to husbandry. Move. Yes. Okay. So we have some piggies that have been moved in now. And I don't know what full grown is for pigs on the game. So we're going to have to take a look at that. And one thing you also notice is I shut off the food and water requirements for the player. It just got to be a pain because I'd be all the way across the map and it would want me to run back and get food and water. If there was a way I could get it into my inventory or something and keep it there, it would be perfect. Let's see. Do I have enough stuff? We have 6 of 6, straw, food, manure, slurry. Okay. So I probably need to muck them out by tomorrow. But these guys are big enough to protect themselves, and we're going to see if these guys are old enough to start selling. Or when they become saleable. So they're 6 months old, and I don't know what full age is. We're just going to go ahead and worry about that when the time comes. Alright, so those guys are taken care of. Chickens, I think, are taken care of. We'll double check those. I already did those. Duh. We need to check on the bread, because I've had it running overnight, so we got a lot of bread in here, which is good. And come on, start filling. Grr. Where's my... Oh, it is filling. Okay, it's taking its own sweet time getting started. But we'll get this done. And then once I get a significant amount built up, then I'll take it and actually sell it. I'm going to take this partial out of here. Let's see, 135. Take that one out. We'll get that one filled up so it's a full item. And I might actually take it and put it so it is automatically selling to keep from having to run stuff everywhere. But we'll see. I might do that. I might not. I don't know what I will do yet. And we'll get these ready to go. Okay, perfect fit. Enough to fill up this one. Okay, and then I need to close this. And I think we're out of... Yep, we're out of wood chips again. Gonna have to buy some more wood chips. Because I don't know if I can use wood chips that are made, you know, from like logging or whatever. I don't know if I can do that. I've never tested it, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna start the furnace. Then we're gonna get some more. I was gonna say lettuce. I can't do lettuce. Let's go 1, start. Take 1 out of the stack. Move it over here. Grab this. Nope. Grab this. Will you let me pick this up, please? Nope. It's not going to let me pick that one up. Awesome. Can I knock it out of there with something? I set it too close to the trigger. Nope. Goes right through it. Oh, come on. Move. There we go. I think that's far enough away. So I can actually sell quite a few of these things now that I've set it to distributing. So I don't need to have all of these items. We'll get some more water in here and get some more bread dough on the make. And get that going again. And then we'll activate that. Oh, she's not ready to do that yet. Alright, so that's going. I did do 2 deadwood contracts overnight, so I have quite a bit of wood built up here, which I need to sell today. Come on, let me pick it up. just moving it off the trigger so it can continue to spawn. And we'll take care of that here in a minute. We'll go ahead and get the firewood sold for the day, which is going to be about 2 pallets worth, or 2 trailer loads. Because as you can see, it's still spitting out wood like crazy, so that should be about another 10,000 for us. Because it was 59, I think, for an almost full trailer yesterday. Alright, so that's good to go. I don't know how much I have in there right now to work on, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. We're just going to let it work. We're going to go check on the cows and the little calves down here. And I did discover that you have to milk all the cows manually yesterday, as you saw at the very end of the thing. And I'm going to need to clean out their manure pile too here, because it's starting to get picked up. But let's see, how much milk do they have? They have 593. So we'll have to do the milking this morning too. So, which is fine. I have no problem doing that. Let's see, let's go take care of the calves first and make sure the goats are doing well. Goats appear to be happy campers. We got just a little bit of goat milk here. We don't have any food. Uh-oh. Let's go get some food for these guys. So we need a little bit of hay for them. And I'm going to speed myself up just a little bit so I can get something done. And I do not have a smaller trailer for doing the hay or any hay bales, so I'm just going to go ahead and get the bucket on here and we'll do it that way. And I honestly don't remember where I left my bucket, so I'm going to have to find that. Oops, wrong button. Let's see, bucket, where would I have left that? That's probably up on the other side, where I was working with the big bags yesterday. It's probably in here. I'm not sure though, so we're gonna have to hunt it down if it's not in here. Which of course it's not. Alright, where's my bucket? I don't remember. So, my bucket is, I don't know. Front loader tools, where are you at? Telehandler tools. This one, view on map. Okay, it is back by the calf huts. Why is it back there? Okay. Back in the neighborhood of calf huts. And as we discovered, yesterday, that we can't afford to buy any more land right now because it's a huge amount of land, or cost, to get more land. So I think I'm going to work on getting the butchery finished, contracts, and also doing, I actually left the bucket in here, I remember that now, to get everything taken care of, as far as, I lost my train of thought. I need to work towards getting more money, and right now we're still hemorrhaging money. I'm barely keeping out of the red, so just one of those things. I need to go get some hay for the the goats, and I don't think they have any special requirements, but we'll double check that. Okay, fill it up with hay. And I also need to check on my grass and see if I can get one more mowing off the grass fields before fall. And I would like to turn that all into hay. Because I only have 56,000 of hay, and that's probably not going to last the entire winter. I don't know. So we'll have to work on that too. And I'm pretty sure the calves need milk. Yep, they do. So we'll have to get some of that mixing. Alright, let's get them some food. Let's see, can I dump you in here? There we go. They've got food now. They got about 2,000. That should keep them happy for today anyway. So they're good to go. And let's take care of the calves here. I'm going to drive the Manitou through the barn here so I can have it towards the front where I really need it, because I need to do the mucking next and the milking. But let's get the calves taken care of first, or at least get the milk mixing while we're waiting for everything to be done. Let's see, what do I have for milk in here? Calf milk 5. Can I start you? Alright, so we'll get that started. That should be enough to do that. Do I need to muck these little guys again? Yes, I do. Alright, let's go muck them out. While our calf milk is mixing, we'll do the mucking. And these guys will be just about ready. Whoops, wrong buttons. These guys will be just about ready to move into the big pen pretty soon. So that'll be nice. Get them in the big pen and have them start producing milk would be awesome. Okay, they're mucked out. Perfect. How old are our calves now? They should be like 4 months, are they? Give or take? Let's see. Our calves are 3 months old. So they'll be ready to move into the pen by 5 months. So we got a couple more months there. And then we'll be set to go with the calves. We can get another batch of calves in there and start feeding them. And yeah, we're doing pretty good progress here. And I love all these little manual chores. I just love this kind of map, so I'm going to keep playing on this one as long as I continue to make money. And you guys enjoy watching it. Alright, let's get this out of the way because we're going to need to muck the big cows. But I'm also going to need to milk the cows. Which I need to check on the milk processing because I've got a bunch of milk from last night in there that was separating the cream from the milk. So we're going to leave this here. Let's go check on the milk production and see if we have a bunch of... We do. We have 500 liters of cream, which... hang on one second. I want to see what I need for actual cheese production. I need goat milk or milk. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take some cream off of here, if I can get it to work. Cream. F1 menu. I gotta find the trigger. Where is it at? There it is. Triggers over that. Take that out. And we'll put some of the cream into our butter processing. Whoops. I let go of my bumper and the camera went crazy. Do some more here. Where's my trigger? Again, there it is. Some more cream. And I don't know if this is full or not, but we'll find out. I believe it is, so we'll do that. We'll close it up and we'll start it. Where's the start button? Start it. Okay, we got the churn going, which is this one, and it's not full yet, so maybe I'll turn it off and finish doing the cream. I didn't realize it wasn't ready to, or wasn't full, so we'll get that filled up. And my cream opening is not in the right spot. That's okay though. And we'll get the rest of the cream moved into here. Until it actually is full. Because then we're going to have another batch of milk to process, so. Alright, how close are we? Still more space, so let's keep going. Whoops. Wrong way. Alright, and that must be all of the cream. Nope. There we go. Almost done with the cream. Oops, wrong way. It'd be nice to have just a little bit of a marker where the triggers are, you know, so you're not having to have the F1 menu on all the time. Would be really nice. Whoops. Okay, so that should take care of that, and now I need to take the milk out of here. Come on, fill. Wait, do I have a little bit of cream? Yes, I do. I have just a tiny bit of cream in here. Okay, I need another pail so I don't have to get stuck with that. I want to close you. Close butter churn and turn on. Come on, turn it on. Where's my trigger? Thought I was going to do it that way, but obviously not. That's being a poopy. Activate. There we go. So now we're making butter. This one I'm just going to have to leave here because it's not working right. Let's see if we can do it with this. This little trailer comes in handy, or this little trolley comes in handy because when we get the milk we have individual containers. Let's see, start filling milk. And then we can take it over to here and drop it. And then that milk, actually we could get our cheese production going because I think cheese takes just plain milk. Yeah, that's what we need to do. So, let's see, I can go outside and grab milk. Wait, can I do it from here? Start filling low-fat milk. I should have moved it just to the cheese manufacturing. Let's go in a little closer here so my camera doesn't clip. And we will not be able to put it in there. Come on. Please don't make me do this by bucket. Oh, it is. Damn it. Grr. I don't like all those buckets. It's nice, but it's kind of a pain in the butt, too. It'd be nice if it was a little bigger bucket. So I may end up modding that bucket package I have and making it a little bit bigger, like 100 liters instead of 50, so you can at least move things a little bit more efficiently. Alright, so we're going to set this here. And we're going to... Well, I can't do that, so I need another bucket. Is this a usable bucket? No, it's not. Well, I guess I'll buy another bucket then. Cheese production. Where the heck is it? Bakery supplies. No. Back. Do I have just a bucket somewhere? There we go. I think this is area. Yep. Buy bucket. Alright, let's go get our bucket so we can move the milk from the cheese. And it should be here in the middle of the yard. Alright, now we're gonna fill that up. Come on, let me fill it now. Don't be difficult. Oh, okay, now you're not going to let me fill it. What the heck? Can I take it out of here then? I don't want to turn on the cream separator. I want to take the milk out of it first. Grrr. Can I take it out of here? Heck no, why would I be able to take it out of there? Grrr, 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 grrr. Well, there's got to be a way to get this to trigger for taking milk out of here. Or I need to dump the milk in here, I'm pretty sure, but it's not working. Alright, can I do... I know I need to fill the tool. Find the trigger. Because nothing is marked. Load up our milk. And then maybe I can take it out of here. I don't know if I can. Sure would be nice if I could, so I can put it in the cheese making. Alright, can I take it out of you? No trigger. Grrr. What does that do? It triggers something here. What is it triggering? Okay, what does it trigger right here? There's something that it triggers, and I don't know what it is. Let's see. Milk. Oh, lager tank. Go to milk. Go to there. Go to there. It doesn't help me. I need to control trolley. And I don't see any triggers whatsoever on how to fill this using the trolley. Okay, so evidently I have to take it straight from the milk or the cream separator into the cheese. Alright. Put that back in there. So we'll have to do the morning milking and get that done. Alright, so this one still has a bunch of milk in it, so let me see if I can get the milk out of there. It may not work because, yeah. Where's my turn on cream separator? Okay, they're not separated yet. Alright, well, we're just gonna let that run then, because I gotta feed the calves. Difficult. Let's see. Detach. Nope. Detach. Yes, I hear you, calves. I'm coming. Jeepers creepers. Oh. Noisy little buggers this morning. Let go of my trolley. Thank you. Okay. And that was weird. The charging station didn't charge, but maybe I didn't turn it on either. He's got so many controls on here, sometimes you don't quite see everything perfectly. Alright, and they definitely need to be mucked out today, so we gotta do that. Get these guys fed. Alright. I'm actually going to slow the time down because it's almost 11 o'clock already and I haven't even got morning chores done yet. And I was up at 7. So I'm going to slow time down to 3 times because otherwise I don't get enough time to get anything done during the day. Yep, I hear ya. Here's your food. Now hush. Alright, you guys are good. How much? I need to get a little more straw into your beds, I think, here. Once I get this back to the barn, I'll grab a few more straw bales and see if I can put a little bit more in there. And I need to charge this because it's like 85%. So attach it and start charging. There we go. I didn't turn it on before. Alright, so let's get a few straw bales. And we're gonna do 3. Turn that darn thing off so I can see the screen. And we're gonna come along here and just top off your straw. Alright, so they're topped off. I didn't even need 3. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's go milk the cows. I need to slow time down just a little bit here. Otherwise, I don't get enough time to do anything. Whoops. 3 times. Alright, let's get the milking done, because they're going to be whining really soon here. And I want the milk trolley over here, because I got to empty the milk cans. Alright, so we'll park that there. I'm going to need it. And we're going to sit down on the stool. And I don't remember what the key is, so I got to show and stimulate the udder. For some reason, keyboard is deciding it wants to control. So you'll see us milking. And we have to do this for all the cows. We have to go until it reaches 0%. Or until it won't milk anymore. Because of the fact that there's not an automatic milker. Which would be nice in a way to have automatic milker, but this isn't so bad either. Okay, and we're going to keep going, start milking, and you'll see a milk can drop behind me there. The space will hold 3, so when I get 3 full milk cans, then I have to empty it into the trolley, and then I can sit down and milk some more. So, take me a few minutes here. And to me, this is just amazing how he's programmed all this stuff. To get the animations right and everything is just amazing. Alright, do we have more milk? We do. And this is a kind of, like I said before, this is the kind of map I love, where it's so interactive. There's so many things to do on this map. And if you have a pretty good herd, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. You know, whoops. It'll take quite a while for you to get all the stuff done. Don't know if I can empty the milk cans from this side or not. I have not tried it. Let's find out. I can. Okay, cool. Alright, so we are full. I gotta go empty. And we'll dump it in this cream separator, because we gotta separate the cream. And we should see butter starting to put in our molds over there too pretty soon. Dump this in. And if I set the cream separator to distribute, it might take care of itself. I don't have to manually fill everything. Alright, let's go get the last of the milk, and then we'll muck everybody out, and then we'll come back and mess with the cheese and get that done. And we'll double check their feed too, because I think they're probably getting low. Alright, so what do we have for food, ladies? You have 6,000 food. That'll keep you for today at least. So I need to get the manure out of there though, once I get this milk dumped into the separator. We'll change the separator over to distributing and see if that puts it to the proper locations. It should. But I don't want the milk to the bulk tank to take out to sell. I would like the milk to go to the cheese, so I'm not sure how that works. We'll have to look at it and see. Alright, let's put this back over here so it's not in the way. And we're going to get our bucket. Should be able to fill. Come on, give me the fill marker. Oh, it's not going to work. Okay, fine, be that way. What's our butter doing? Butter churn is cream, 218 liters, 150 butter. Let's do, we're storing the butter. I'm not sure how it fills up over here. Let's see, we're gonna do nothing there. Okay, so open butter churn. And is this making the butter down there? Is that the deal? I don't know. Come on, give me my bucket. Can I put this last little in here? Nope. Not gonna let me. Okay. Fine. Turn you off. Open you. Can I empty you? Nope. Okay, I can't pick up that. How do I empty you? Okay, so let's try distributing on this and see if it does what we need it to do. And I'm on an app open. That is open. Okay, so put the last of the cream in here. So I can use this for other things. And that bucket I purchased might not be the appropriate one for working with the cheese and milk. I don't know. Close churn. And turn on. Alright, so we should be seeing butter popping up here somewhere pretty soon. Oh, we are. Duh. Alright, so let's go open our storage here so we can put our butter in cold storage. Use this shelf right here, which he doesn't have a, oh, the trigger's over there. Where did it put it? Over there. Okay, cool. So I gotta figure out how to get this out of here too, because I've got buffalo milk, buffalo milk, mozzarella, distributing. Okay, so if I just store it, should be able to get it out of here. But we got to check on the buffalo too. Too many things going on. We're going to load milk in my bucket. We're going to take the milk over to the cheese maker. And the milk's not going in the cheese maker. Why? Why? I don't understand. What am I not doing right over here? Does it need raw milk or does it need... It might need raw milk for that. I'm not sure. Cheese production. Cheese. Goat milk. And goat... Oh, it needs goat milk or milk. Okay, so I think what I'm doing is I need to bring the raw milk in, because this is low-fat milk. Okay, this is making sense now. So, can I put you in here? No. Can I dump you in there? I can. Okay, so that's going in storage. Alright, so I want to do just the cream. And then I need to do raw milk into the yeah, those. We're gonna open this and we're gonna put some more cream in there. Now, is this bucket empty? It is. Okay, how about some more cream? Grr, let me get it above the lip. There you go. And cream 7 liters. Throw it in here. So the cheese making needs the raw milk straight from the cows. Okay, so that makes sense. And this is not the right pail, so that can go out of the way. Alright, let's go ahead and can I start the cream separator? Yes, I can. Start the cream separator, close you, and turn you on. We'll get the butter made. Milk we can't do yet, that we can't do. Okay, let's go muck the cows out, get them done. And I'm gonna trust they're not gonna make a break for it, because I gotta open up both gates here. Oops, wrong side. No, open that. There we go. Get our bucket. I know I should have a manure grab. I don't have one right now, so we're just gonna have to work with this. Nope, don't lift the vehicle off the ground. Look out, ladies, I'm trying to clean your pen. Alright, that's almost full. Get it all? I did. Alright. So those guys are done. We'll have to double check and make sure they don't need any more straw. But I need to locate some more straw because I do not have very much in stock. Or I need to order a bunch of straw bales. I really don't want to go the bale route though because that's a lot of money. Alright, so I think I've got all the chores except for taking care of the buffalo done. Milking's done. Where's my trigger? Trigger on this side? Yes, okay. Alright, so that's done. Calves are fed, goats are fed, chickens are fed, piglets are moved and fed, cows are mucked out, cheese is started, all that stuff is done. So we're gonna put this back in the shed here for now, and we're gonna go check on the buffaloes. Where's my beast? Right over here. Come on. See if they have any more milk to try, so I can put some more milk in the buffalo mozzarella maker. Alright, so we just have one can. Nope, we have two. Okay, so we'll take those with us so we can make some more buffalo mozzarella. Okay, and check on your food situation here. Your food and meadow is fine. Straw, they don't have any, so they're not making manure. I gotta see if we can get a little bit of straw. These are non-usable straw bales, so they're just decoration. Wait, no, that's bale storage. Oh, there's TMR bales right there. Awesome. Okay, cool. I don't have to feed them just hay anymore. Sweet. Alright, and this is just plain hay. So I have plenty of bales of TMR, so I can take one of these back with me and give it to the goats. Let's see if I can balance it on the back of my beast here without knocking everything else over. Put you guys up in the corner. And then we're going to try and put this on the back. I got to grab it from further back so I can see what I'm doing. And that'll work perfectly. Strap everything down and we're gone. Alright, so the buffalo are doing well. They're happy campers. They have TMR and all that. And this should be ready. So should be just about, yep, fermented 100%, so that's ready to go. And so I could continue to make TMR also if I had more straw. I need to rectify that straw situation. That's gonna cause me some problems here. Take the bale down to the goats. Should be able to just sit it on the trigger and it should keep filling. Let's set it right there and let it go. How's our water? Water is good, so they're golden, ready to rock and roll. Take this back to the dairy, and then I'm going to look at straw, see what I can do to get straw delivered. I don't really want to pay for straw bales, so I might look at just getting a batch of straw in the trailer. Oops, wrong way. I gotta go back here. Get this buffalo milk into the processing. Come on, let me have the milk can. There you go. Whoops. Right smack into the wall. Alright, and turn this on. That'll be making some more, and I don't know how it outputs, but we'll find out here. Oh. Leave that running and do mozzarella production. We're storing it, so that'll work just fine. So that's going like crazy. We got our butter churn making. We've got milk here. When I get a little bit more milk stored there, I'll go ahead and order a delivery or pickup. Oops, I gotta close my door here so my butter doesn't get rotten. All right, that takes care of that. Let's do this. Let's take a look at how much straw is selling for right now. Straw is selling for... Where is it? Straw. I have 47,000, but that's not a lot when I have to provide bedding and everything else. So nobody is buying, or I can buy straw. So I'm going to have to just bring it in if I'm going to do it. You know, well, technically kind of cheat it in if I'm going to do it, but it's not really cheating. But because to me, there's no other way except for getting bales, and bales are stupid expensive. Alright, let's get some more TMR on the mix. What do I need in the TMR mixer? I need more silage, straw, and hay. Do I need hay? Is that the problem? TMR mixer. I need straw and hay. Okay, so I'll take what I have for straw. Because this late in the year, I'm not going to have a lot of straw available to me. So let's do that. I've got 13,000 in raw straw in there, and then I've got a couple bales laying there. I really do not want to have to buy bales of straw. Okay, and we'll go get ourselves, whoops, wrong way, a little bit of hay. So we can fire up the TMR mixture again, because I'll need to feed the cows. Oops, get off the building. There you go. Alright, that should be enough to get a little more started. And do this, and come on, there you go. TMR mixing plant, activate. Alright, so we're making some more TMR. I need to feed the cows real quick here. And how much straw do we have in the animal barn here? That'll tell me if I need to order some immediately or if I can wait for a little bit with it. Cow barn, straw, we're doing good in there, so we're fine for now. Let's see, TMR should be feeding him everything. I wonder what that red beets is. I've never understood why he has red beets in the cow food. I mean, I've seen things like cottonseed and, you know, cut up sugar beets and stuff like that in there, but I've never seen red beets. Maybe it's a special mix they're running or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. So that takes a little bit of food out of the mixer so I can have a little more space to Do some more mixing. We'll take one more bucket load so they have plenty of feed for today. Doing bucket loads like this, I know isn't the most efficient way to do it, but they have plenty of food, so I'm not worried about making sure every little ounce of space is filled up in their food bin. For this few of animals, I have plenty of food there. Alright, let's see. Now, do I have a bale storage here somewhere? He used to have a bale storage here, but he doesn't have it anymore. Let's look at the map here real quick. Manure heap, water point, cow barn. I don't see a haystack or a, bale storage anywhere. So what I will do is order a trailer load of straw and put that in the barn. And since there's no place to buy it on the map, I'm just going to have to bring it in via and I'm going to not pay the full amount that's current as November, because that's a selling price, so I'm going to pay the $59 or $60 per thousand. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to fill the equipment with straw once I get to it. Straw, we're going to fill it. So I have 12,100 and I'm going to pay $50 per thousand, which my brain doesn't want to do. And I don't have my phone handy, so let's do calculator. And that's 12,100 divided by 1,000 and then times 50. $605 for a load of straw. Alright, whoops. There we go. So I need to adjust my money by 605. There we go. That gives me a little bit more space for, breathing room for making TMR and bedding and things. Let's see if I can get this turn in here. This is kind of a sharp turn to make. Oh, I gotta put it in the outside, that's right. I forgot. I gotta back up to this point and drop it in. Alright, dump that. Come on, dump it. There you go. This late in the season, there's no way to get any harvest, so I can't get any straw on my own. So I'll probably end up having to do more. Well, I'll have plenty of straw coming when the barley is ripe next spring, but I still have a ways to go until then. Alright, so that takes care of that for now. So that should take all of the things ready for the farm. Everything should be taken care of for as far as chores for the morning. So now let's do some wood sales, because actually no, let's check on our bread, because our bread should be ready to meet. We'll get our worker in here and get her smacking some of the bread, and then we'll fill these guys up. Come on, give me the trigger. Start filling. I gotta be back further. I might actually turn these on to selling as soon as it's ready, just because, I mean, this is time consuming, but I haven't made up my mind yet, to be honest. And I don't know if I'll make up my mind anytime soon. Alright, that's a partial, but we'll put it on the shelf anyway. And then we will empty that. And how's our wood chips are good. So when she's done beating on the dough over here and making it into loaves, then it'll go automatically into the oven. And I'll stir up another batch of oops, I did the wrong one. I'll stir up another batch of dough, so that's ready to go when she's ready. I did max output here. And that wasn't what I wanted to do. Alright, and then I need a bottle of this stuff. I just want one. No, I got two accidentally. We'll throw some in there. We'll sit this down over here so I don't get it too close to the thing again. Actually, we'll put that back in there so everything stays nice and tidy. And we'll turn water. Come on. Let's go. Where'd my bucket go? Why are you on the ceiling? Alright, bucket. You're being difficult. Alright, you need to sit your butt down straight. Alright, make some more dough. And then when she gets done making the loaves of bread, they'll go automatically in here. And then we'll fire up the thing and go from there. Alright, so the bread's taken care of. I need to sell those too again. This is what I need to get going. I need to get the butchery up and running because within a month or so, these pigs are going to be ready to take to market as meat. So I'm going to need to get this going, which I don't know what I need. I need wood beams 1,000. Alright, so keep that in mind as we prepare to sell our wood here, our firewood. I'll probably buy a few of the planks or the beams. Because whether people like it or not, like I said yesterday, the process of taking meat off animals is a part of life. I mean, you gotta eat. And we all like meat. Well, a lot of us like meat. And yeah. So, we're gonna load up a batch of wood here. Take that up to sell it. And the reason I'm using super strength on this is the loops are very hard to hit with forks on these. So I'm just gonna do super strength. Normally you wouldn't be able to, of course, but, you know, stuff happens. Oops, missed. Okay. Load up one more piece here. And then we'll take this and sell it, and then we'll use some of that money to buy beams. Actually, we could sell another load. How many does that hold? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that holds 10 bags, and I have another 10 bags here. So that's about $7,000 or $8,000, which is nice. Money that we normally don't get. So we'll take this over to the firewood sales. And I might actually take this bucket of carrots along with me because I really don't need them because I can't empty them out of this container, which annoys me, but whatever. We'll just sell it and then I'll just take the whole 3 or 4, 30 or 40 bucks I get off of them or whatever I get and then adjust it if it's too much. Alright, take this over to the sell point. And my wood sell point is just down here. And then back up just here to take the last ones. Alright, we sold almost $8,000 worth of wood, which is good. And then I'm going to take this over to the wherever's buying carrots at the moment and get rid of it since it's just gathering dust at my place. We are buying we'll do it to $245 at the agricultural market because I you know, got double off of this since I had to order the carrots in for the rabbits. So we'll go ahead and take these over to the agricultural market, which I don't have my map up, which I think is over here. Why do I have ramps down on the side of my trailer? Let's see here. Fasten, debug. Close cover. Is that it, what I'm needing? Yep, that's what I needed. Okay, and the ag market is right, or actually the city shop is right here. So we'll just take it here and drop it off. $592 plus 4. Okay, so we'll adjust our money by 500 so we don't get too much money in there. Alright, so F12 minus 500. There we go. I'm not in your way. Why are you? How you? There's a sign I hit. Oops. Sorry. Alright, so we're going with that. And let's see if there's any contracts that I could get a worker running on. And then I would like to check out the fishery today and see how much that is to get that started. But I'd also like to buy more goats and more buffalo to keep the milk and stuff coming in there. I might buy a few more goats first. But I have to get more money coming in that I'm spending, and right now I'm spending a ton of money, so I need to get that figured out. Oops, I couldn't turn fast enough. Let's see, how much do I still have stacked up here? I have enough for another load. We'll take that and sell it quick. This will be nice income all winter, because I have to cut the deadwood trees down to do this, so, or take the deadwood contracts, so most of them don't pay very good, so might as well use them. Oh, I forgot to do the beams when I was out running around. I'll do it after this load. Alright, there we go. We got a decent amount back on of space left now for firewood. And that's going to be working for quite a while because I just put 15 trees in there not too long ago. So that'll be busy. All right. Okay, another 8,700 and some dollars. That works. For doing Deadwood contract. And now I need to go down to the home building store, which I'm not exactly sure where that is. I gotta look after my computer saves. The Home Depot, basically Home Depot. I need to go here. So we're gonna tag it and get some beams. Did I miss my turn? No, this is it right here. We're gonna go in here. And let me look and see how much 1,000 beams would be. Beam 7,000. Well, the wood paid for that, so we're gonna buy one. We're gonna buy. No, I'm not buying $75,000 worth. Let's see, buy one. Yes. Okay. And that should be 1,000, I think. Yep, 1,000 pieces. So we'll bring that back to the butchery, get that done. Get that stage done. I don't know how many, there's 2 more stages after that, but I don't know what the products are. Turn 2 sharp. Grr. Get off of there, will you please? Grr. He's got the door that sticks out just a little bit there and it catches every time. Alright, there we go. Put this into this area here, which is the butchery. That's going. Building stuff. And it still needs... I'm not sure what it needs. I'll just wait until this storage is done. Because we're building stuff in here. Let's go check on our bread. She's got a bunch in there. She got this loaded up? Nope. Take these loaded up. We're gonna wait to fire up the item until she has it completely full. And let's see. Bread. Where is my bread? Bakery. Step 1, step 2. Step 2, and do I have that on? Yes, I do have that on distributing. Okay, so when it's full enough, it'll put the more in the oven for us, which is fine. She's got a batch of dough waiting, so that's good to go. Let's see, what else can we do now? We did that, we sold our firewood, we got the next thing of that. Let's see. Oh, actually, I should check on my cheese production and my butter and stuff down here, just to see what we've got going. Okay, so the butter is sitting, storage is empty, no active productions. I don't have any cream or butter in there, so we're fine. Cheese production I don't have going. Cream production, there's a bunch of cream, so we can take some more cream and put it in the butter. Come on, where's your trigger? There you are. Take the cream out of there. The last of the cream out of there, and we'll get the butter going again. Grr, turn the right way so we can actually see it dumping. Alright, so that takes care of the cream. We'll close that. And we'll get that running again. And we'll get our milk trolley and move this milk that's been separated into our storage tank. I don't believe I have a milk tank that I can transfer milk with. I'll have to look, because I don't believe I have one. Because we could sell some of the milk, because I have thousands of gallons, a couple thousand gallons almost in there now. Okay, that's empty, ready for the next milking, which is tonight. And he has it set up. Hey, Bruiser, how you doing? I'm just taking care of my milk and everything. I'm going to try and be more consistent on this. Because right now I'm in between projects, so let's see. Don't have that running, don't have that. My buffalo milk is done because there's not that much of it. I need to get more buffalo milk processing, which I need more buffalo to do. Done. I was going to look and see if I have a tanker to get rid of this milk that I'm storing. I don't believe I do. Oh, I do. Where's that at? View on map. It is next to the cow pen. That looked like it was a nasty looking slurry tanker though. Let me look. It's back here. Maybe it's just painted black. Maybe that's why it looks weird. No, it looks like he's got it set up for slurry. I'm not using that one for milk. Nope. Does my other little tanker take milk? Let's see. I have another little tanker here. Oops. No, I don't want to sell it. Yes, it does take milk. Okay, so we'll use that one. This little guy here. We'll just have to make a couple trips. Okay. And where's the best-selling price for milk right now? Best price for milk is low-fat milk. Perfect timing to do it right now too, and it's the dairy that's buying it for $1,200 per thousand. Nice. All right, so I've got all the milk loaded up. We're going to take it up to the dairy. The low-fat milk, I should say. Again, I'm not sure where the road is going north. I know it's north of here, but it looks like I just follow this one. Okay, works for me. If I remember right, it's up here across the bridge where the dairy is at. I do believe it is right here. I think. Let me look real quick. Nope, that's a spinnery. I gotta go one more. Oh, it's across the road. That's where it's at. Okay. Wrong side of the road. Where's my sell point? I don't know where my sell point is. Right there, it looks like. Okay, so we're getting paid for our milk, which is awesome. And $2,000 for about $1 a gallon, so that's pretty good. We'll take it. Oops. This fog was so thick this morning I couldn't even do the plowing contract I was doing because I couldn't see where I was going. It's like, sheesh. So I ended up having to change the direction I was running because I couldn't see going into the sun, so I had to turn around and go the opposite way with my plow to make sure that was running good. Whoa, slow down there, Turbo. I don't need to send everything flying. Alright, that's taken care of. Now, I want to look at the fish farm just to see how much that was, because I don't remember. I would like to keep expanding the farm, but I also want to try the fish farming. Okay, get rid of that. And let's see, how many goats do I have? I'd like to get them more goats going. That's 4. 2 that are adults giving milk, and they're pregnant, so they're going to be giving more. We're going to buy a couple more goats. How many can I hold in this pasture? I don't know. It doesn't tell me on that screen. Alright, so goats. I can hold 56 in this pen. Alright, so I'm going to order a couple more adults. We're going to go with 4. Get them gradually increasing my number of goats so I can get more milk going. Because goat milk sells really, really well in FS25. So if you're ever looking for an industry to do, goat milk. That is the biggest seller in the game right now. So we're going to do that. And then I want to look at the, the fish farm, see how much that is. I'm sure it's way out of my reach, because every piece of land on this map is way out of my reach right now. No, I don't want to create job. I want... Where's the fish farm? It's up here somewhere. There it is. Fish farm is there. Come on. 84,000. I'm not going to risk it yet, but I want to start looking at it. I don't want precision farming. Yeah, that buys the farm. So 84,000, I need to get a little bit more money saved up before I can try that. Let's see, what do we have contracts? I know a lot of people don't like contracts, but you know, ooh, 21,000? Yes, please. I'll do the cultivating with my little cultivator. I'll send a worker on it. 9,000 for mowing. Sure, why not? I've got a mower. I could do that. All right, we'll get a worker going on this cultivating. And I'll hop in the little Dootsfar and do the mowing. Actually, I should be able to do the Dootsfar on the cultivator. I don't think that takes a lot of power. Let me double check that. Those are nice contracts. It's right. I was like, yes, please. Let's see. Medium tractor has 180 horsepower. What does that one have? 143. So I should be able to do cultivator with either one of them. 150. So I gotta do the cultivator with the big doohickey, the Fitagri, and then this one can be the other one. Okay, so let's go get the cultivator and get him up to the field and get him started so we can get 21 grand out of that. And then we'll grab the mower and do that other mowing contract. I don't need the grass, so I'm just going to leave the grass this time. Actually, how much hay do I have? Let's look real quick. How much hay do I have in the thingy? I have 53,000. I could throw it in here and get the hay running. That's what we'll do. I'll try and get the grass off the field that I'm going to do. Alright, where am I going for this one? This one is field 66, which is this big monster. It's going to take a while. It's past the fire department, take a left, and then there. Okay. It's going to take a while with this little cultivator, but that'll work just fine. I'll pay a couple thousand for the worker to do it. Let's see. Where's the... That's the church. Where's the fire department? Right there. Fire department's there. And I need to go past that and then left at this intersection right here. And get stuck on a fence because he's got the fence too close to the road. Grr. Why do we have such a hellacious backup of traffic here, people? That one must still be stuck because of that sign I knocked down earlier. I'll have to get that fixed. Alright, we'll get this guy going on here. And let him do his thing. Alright, make sure he's going to do what he's supposed to do. Alright, perfect. Get that started. We'll go pick up the sign so that guy isn't blocked by an object up here. Because they're going to be all honking instead of somebody getting out and taking care of the sign. I think this is what's stopping him from doing anything. Yep. Alright, we're going to run back to the farm. Grab the Doots Far and the mower and go do that other contract. Okay, where's my Doots Far at? Down here, I think. Yep, attached to the wagon. Alright. Off we go. Grab our mower and get that done. It's a pretty small mower, but we have plenty of time to get things done. Whoops, crash. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon, so we got plenty of time to work on getting the contract. And that's field 37. Where is field 37? 37 is right past the fire department up the hill. Okay, cool. So let's go get this done. And I will be collecting the grass to make into hay. Which then I'll have to get some diesel because that takes diesel to run the generator to dry out the hay, which is fine. Oh, I better fuel up while I'm here. Might as well keep the fuel full. Okay. And it's up around the corner up here. This big guy right here. That won't take too long to mow. Let's do steering assist on it though, so I don't have to guess where I'm going to make nice straight lines at. And we'll do the first straight line here. Fire it up, down we go, down we go. Whoops, put it down. And go. Take a little bit for this, but not too long. But again, it should get us a nice bunch of, yeah, that hay off of it. might have to windrow this so I can pick it up easier with the forage pickup, because it only goes so wide, so I don't want to be going over the field like 30 times trying to pick it all up. So I just got to make sure I stop this contract before it reaches 100 so I can get the grass. Otherwise it says no, no, no. And while we're doing this, I'm hoping my butter and stuff is going to be done so we have a little bit more butter to sell. That'll be cool. I know mowing is so exciting to watch, but gotta be done. At least I'm getting the hay off of it. That's gonna be a big plus. Because then I'll have plenty of hay until my grass is ready next spring. Which I might be able to get them cutting off of it now, but I'll take the money for the contract and the free hay, so. I could upgrade my mower too, or buy the second piece of it, but it's only going to gain me like 3 feet, so it's not really, or 3 meters, but that's not really that big of a deal. Because I really have nothing else to do on the farm today, now that I've got all the chores done. And the butter processing and everything there, I've got almost everything done. So, we're just going to sit back and mow. I'm going to quickly clean my glasses while I wait for the mower to get through this line, because I just put a big smear across them. That's not a good thing. cutting hay. Yep, I like cutting hay too. I'm not too big of a fan of some of the arable work because I get bored with the combine going 6 miles an hour, but I don't mind doing mowing in the game. Especially when I use GPS, so I'm not having to constantly steer and do things. I don't mind it. And even though I've just got a small mower, it's going pretty quick. Oops. Yeah, hook that up. This will be a nice chunk of hay for me to add to the coffers. Because I'm going to be mixing up more and more TMR. So what I'd like to do is make some big bags of TMR and just stockpile it. Would be nice to do, so I can just grab a bag and throw it in the feeder or wherever I need it. And just keep the mixture going. Because eventually the water buffalo are going to use the TMR bales that are stocked up there that he starts you with, and then I'm going to have more for the ladies in the milking parlor too. So that'll be something that'll be fun, kind of fun to do. And I like using the big bagger, if you want to say it that way. And I'm going to have plenty of barley next spring, so I'll be able to keep the bread going between the barley and the wheat. That'll keep it going for a while. So that'll keep me getting some extra money. First chance on console that we have had for this GPS. Yep. And I'm glad they finally updated everything for you guys on console, because it is so hard to play on console. I want to try 22 again, but I'm not going to buy 25 for the console. Because I only have PS4, so it won't do it justice. But right now I'm running a 3060 on my computer, which is a decent graphics card, and I am thoroughly enjoying the game with the good graphics. I could have an RTK station put down that would give me more accurate GPS, but that's just additional money. So what I'd like to do is put down some bees maybe over by my big barley field, and get some extra bump in fertilization from that. Which is something I haven't checked, is fertilization level on my fields. Gotta do that. Look as good as any. Yep. Yep, and you know, so many people tout that you have to have 4K. 4K you can't see unless you have the monitor to display 4K. You know, they can film and do everything else they want to do in 4K, but if you're not able to view it in 4K, there's no point. And I don't know about you, but I can't afford a 4K monitor because it's like stupid expensive. A friend of mine just bought a 56-inch curved widescreen because she does a lot of graphical work, and it cost her like $3,000 for that monitor. I was like, holy crap! Of course, she runs a 3D graphics computer, so it's got like stupid amount of memory, Threadripper processor, and all this stuff, and it's just crazy how much stuff she's got going. But when she's doing the rendering of her maps and stuff, she needs all that extra stuff. Otherwise, it takes her days to render everything. Okay, about half done with the main mowing, and then I have the headlands to do. But again, I have to stop before it hits 100%, because once you hit 100%, you can't do squat with the contract. I need to check my fields too and see if they're ready to mow. I can get the last mowing of the season off of them. Because I have that great big field that was corn all in grass now, so that might be a nice little chunk of hay I can add in too. I mean, quality of the game I could probably increase a little bit if I put in a different shader program or something, you know, get a little more realistic, but this is fine. I mean, I haven't had anybody complain about crappy videos, so, you know, if somebody does, then I'll address it. Whoops, I hit my mouse. Stop that. Alright, we're getting there. It's going to take a little bit more work. I got to check out my worker up there too, because he's only got 16% done, so I got to check on him, make sure he's not doing something that he's not supposed to be doing or going in circles like I caught the other guy a couple contracts ago. He was going up and down the field without putting his cultivator down. I was like, what are you doing, you darn thing? And he hasn't run from 16%, so we're going to go check on him shortly here. As soon as I get done with this round, I'm going to go check on him. He's just a short distance away, so that'll be a good thing to do. Get it lined up so when I jump back in the tractor, it's ready to go. Alright, let's go check on the cultivator here. He's just down here. We're gonna go cross country through the sunflowers. Alright, he should be right here. Is he stuck? No, you're just taking your own sweet time. Alright. That's alright. We'll just let him work until I get the grass done, then I'll take over for him. So it doesn't cost me quite as much. I just ran the wrong way. Oh well. Go the long way. There's not a whole lot to say when you're mowing. Up and down the field. But I'm hoping if I get enough money saved up, I can buy the fish farm and that'll just be one more source of income for me. Because it's going to be a long time before I can afford to buy any more calf pastures or cow pastures or anything like that, because they're, like I said, $400,000. So it's very, very expensive on this map, which I don't have $400,000 to do anything with. I gotta sell all the potatoes too. I got a boatload of potatoes now that I'm gonna mix my own pig feed up, which I think is the high time of year to do it too. That'll give us a nice boost of income too. But I don't want to turn this field onto a worker, because if I don't catch it in time, then I can't use the hay. Don't know if my grass field is ready to mow yet, which come next spring I might plow it under and just use it as fertilizer. You can take the hay off a contract if you stop the contract before 100% completion. Like if I go to like 92%, I can go back and collect the grass and get it off of there. The only thing you can't do is bales, because the bales have no substance when you are doing baling contracts for them. So like now when I get to like 90%, I'll go get my windrower and my forage pickup so I can pick up all the grass off of here, and then I'll go back and finish the contract. I know a lot of people consider it cheating because you're working for another farmer, but why not utilize the stuff that is being used, you know? You know, instead of leaving the grass on the field. If you need the grass, use it. So. And in case you're wondering, Bruiser, Mr. Sealy P, he's one of the YouTubers that does Farm Sim. He does it all on PS5. So you can maybe catch a few tips and tricks from him. He likes to jibber-jabber about his life and family and stuff while he's talking, but I think it makes his streams much more interesting to listen to. But he works solely on PS5. He doesn't do anything on PC. And he's from the UK also. I'm not sure where, but he's in the UK. Talks about the Lake District quite a bit. We're getting there. Got to do some more laundry. I got to wash my bedclothes and stuff this afternoon. And I think I also have to run out to my mom's place and get her medications. So I need to stop at about 3 hours today, give or take. Whenever I get this grass done and picked up and put in the thing, I'll probably cut the stream off. But I'm trying to do more streams more often during the week. I mean, I'd like to play the game anyway, so I might as well stream while I'm playing the game, so. And working from home, I don't have a schedule to stick to, so. Works quite nice that way. tractor needs a wash job. It's a little piglet. Probably wash the mower and stuff off when I get done with it. But I want to get this contract done before it gets too dark, because otherwise it's really hard to see what you're doing. Let's see, do that, and do that. I would want to get straw as well. Why not? Exactly, why not? There's a lot of people that complain, you can't do that when you're working a contract. Why not? Maybe you made a deal with the farmer that he doesn't want the straw, but if you're doing a harvesting contract and dropping straw, why not? You know? And you need it for your animals, there's no reason you can't do it. But I run the, I don't know if you guys can get it on PS5, but I run the no time limit on the contracts, so then I don't have to rush and get the contract done within like 9 hours or whatever. So I can do other things and then get back to the contract when I have time. I don't know why they ever started that deadline for contracts crap again after 19 or 17. I suppose maybe so we don't stockpile them. I don't know. I'll probably stop when I get done with the lines work here, and then just leave the headland until I get all the grass picked up, and then I'll maybe creep up on 100% and collect what I can off of that also. Because, you know, if I'm going to be stockpiling TMR, then I'm going to need it, so. And I've got 600 and some thousand of silage that I can continue to make. I just don't have much for straw. But come next harvest time, I'll have plenty of straw. So I'll have to buy some until then. Unless I can get a couple harvesting contracts early in the spring. Break on the price. Exactly. Cut them a break on the price of contract if you can take the straw off the field. 90% of the farmers that do arable don't want the straw anyway. They just chop it and use it for fertilizer. So, you know, might as well use it if you can use it. Because, you know, there's some farmers that run arable and animals, but not a lot of them. At least not that in my experience, so. They have all their money invested in the arable crops. Whoops, wrong button. Put it down, hit H, and go. Alright. Almost there, so I can go get the windrower, get it all cleaned up, and I'll grab the trailer and the forage pickup, and we'll do that after I windrow, and we'll call her good. And then I got to get some diesel so I can start up my hay dryer. I think we're doing pretty darn good on this farm so far. I managed to stay out of the hole, no loans, so I think we're doing pretty good. Do dairy just so you can cut the hay and silage. Yep. The only thing I don't like about silage work is bunkers. I hate bunkers. I like to use the fermenters because I'm American, so we use a lot of fermenters over here. But yeah, it's just one of those things, you know. I like the fermenting, just drop the grass and go, and then come back and mix the forage. Especially on bigger maps, I do. Like on this one, it took me, I'd say 2 hours to mow and collect the grass and compact the Yeah, that thing. The bunker. I mean, it was a chore to get that bunker packed down. And then I have a second bunker that has like 500,000 liters in it that I was actually smart and did the compacting as I filled it. So I'd get it to like 100% in between each wagon fill, and that made it a lot faster, but it was just, wow. It's a lot of work with the bunkers. But since this is a German map, and they obviously use bunkers over in Germany, I'm guessing. I have never been there, so I can't tell you. But, yeah, I'll use the bunkers where they're on the map. If I'm playing American, I 100% put the fermenters down. Especially if I'm running a large operation. I have one mod that's a cow barn that holds 2,000 cows. I'm like, holy crap, that must be a lot of work to keep that going. I was playing on, it was FS22, and I was playing on Western Australia or something like that. And we had hundreds of thousands of units of silage and forage, and oh my god, it was crazy. It was a multiplayer map, so thank goodness, or I wouldn't have been able to keep up. No. Get on the line you're supposed to be on. This line. Fast baler, wraparound bales, can't do bunkers. Ah. Yeah, bunkers are not fun. Not fun at all. And I do like the Vicon fast bale. I do like that one. It's just that with the price so expensive on a small farm like this, it is very hard to get a lot of bales going. And he doesn't have the bale storage like he had in 22's version of the map. He had bale storages everywhere on the map before. I mean, he does give you the mod so you can put it down more bale storages, but as compact as the farm is right now, there's no space to do it actually on the farm. Okay. A few more passes and we'll go get the windrower. And what I might do once spring hits is take and bag my silage. I'm not quite sure though. 200 bales in that fast baler are the smallest bales in the game. Yeah, it's not that big a deal though, really, smallest bales. You know, a lot of people put their bales at like 2,000 when they're playing on PC, 2,000 liters per bale. It's like, why? I get it when you're farming a gigantic farm, you don't want to pick up 500 bales, but it's like, eh. But, you know, the 200 bale limit isn't that big of a deal. I remember playing on 17, I think, or 18, 17 or 19. I was doing Lone Oak map, and we had bales for days, and we hit the limit, and we're like, darn it. So then we quick turned around and mixed up a bunch of TMR and used up our bales so we could finish collecting them all. Alright, looks like 3 or 4 more strips here, and we'll go get our windrower. Yeah, I mean, 200 bales isn't a bad limit, you know. I've seen, like, when you watch clutch simulations and those, they have like a million bales laying on the ground. It's like your computer chugs to a stop when you have that many things that the computer has to render. So a limit on bales isn't that big a deal, in my opinion. I'd rather have smooth operating game than have millions of dollars worth of bales laying on the ground. So. No worker. Get off of there. Drop you down. Age. There we go. But the thing I like best about the Vicon fast baler is you don't have to stop and unload every, half a round. You can just keep going and dropping, which is really nice. Okay. Yep, all my equipment needs to be washed after this mess. The cultivator and the Fiatagri will be filthy. This is filthy. Wash everything up, get it cleaned and ready to go for winter. Yeah, I can't live without the Vicon fast bale either. When I bale. If he didn't have the hay barn on here where you can dry your own hay, I would do the Vicon fast bale in a heartbeat, but he has the loose hay storage, so I might as well use it. Alright, one more strip and then I'm going to go get the windrower, get the windrowing done, and then we'll go grab the forage pickup. And then I'll probably, play the system here and get as much grass as I can off this field, depending on how much I get in a windrow. Alright, I'm going to leave the mower sit right here. Yeah, I need to fold it up so I can disconnect it. I'm going to go get the windrower and get the windrowing done. And turn on my lights on the tractor so I can see. I'm waiting for that baler in 19. $10 or 10 pounds real money for that baler? Wow, okay. Yeah, it's, I wish you guys could be on PC and, experience all the mods and stuff you can, but then you get into mod quagmire where I have over 500 mods in my main file of different tractors and plows and storage buildings and all that stuff, but I try to limit my actual playthroughs to be less than 100 mods, because it just, and 90% of them are quality of life mods, or they're small tractors that you can't get in-game. So, like I have a Rakovica tractors, and I have Massey Ferguson collections and things like that that are the smaller Masseys. And, a lot of it is stuff you can't get on PS5. Okay, get the windrower. Actually, my windrower's not back here because I moved it over to the other side. It's back over by where the mower was. Come on, move along. I should have looked, but whatever. Alright. Get this done. And then once I get the grass picked up, I'll just finish out the contract and leave what's left of the grass lay. windrowed up. I'm not going to be that picky about the windrowing. I just want to have it so my thing will pick it up. I don't know why they're stockpiled again. There must be somebody that's stuck over there. Oh well, they'll sort themselves out eventually. Or sit there and honk forever. Alright, well, this is going to take a while. I'm going to see if I can't speed up just a little bit here. Set my cruise to a decent speed. Instead of 50 miles an hour, we'll go 20. And we're going to cruise at 20. Only a little faster than the actual thing goes, but it's going to help keep the speed a little bit more. We'll go 24. A Samsara of an NPC. Yeah, exactly. Come on, get that last little bit. I want every ounce of grass now. Alright. Get this turned around. Because this will just make it easier to use the forage pickup with. And I'm not getting a huge amount of grass off this field because it's late in the season, but that's alright. I'll get enough to get a little more head start on the feed requirements for the animals. I'm just going to keep rolling here. I'm not going to go up and down each row. Just going to keep rolling. Not the biggest windrow in the world, but it'll do the trick. I'm actually really surprised how well the PS4 controller's doing with the game. I haven't had any snafus except for my fingers hitting the wrong buttons. So I might just buy an extra PS4 if this one ever breaks. Or PS4 controller, or PS5 controller, whatever. They seem to be made much better than the Microsoft ones are. Because within 6-8 months, my Microsoft ones always fail, or they start getting stick drift. This won't take quite as long to get this done if I can get this windrowing done, because the forage pickup picks up super quick. It'll still be really dark by the time I get done with it, though. Which, I think what I'll do is slow time down just a little bit more, because it's going to be super dark and you guys won't be able to see. We're going to go real time on that. And I'll adjust it once I go back to the rest of the game. I'm not one of those, you have to run it 5 times, you have to run it 3 times, you have to run one day. I adjust it as I need it, because even for me it gets hard to see over here at night, so I'd rather slow the time down to get a contract finished than, you know, work until like pitch black. I'm not a hardcore player. I like to just enjoy the game. Plus, it's only 5 o'clock in the game, and it would be starting to get dark that time of night, but it's not going to be this dark yet. Unless you're in the Northern Territories, then it'll be a lot darker. Like where I live, it gets dark at like 5 o'clock this time of year. One thing you like at 25 is to add the ability to slow down to 0.5. Yes, I like that idea too. You know, especially if you're trying to do something where you're running against the clock and you gotta get something done. Especially contracts. If you're on a big contract and you have the time, you don't have the luxury of turning off the timer, then you wanna, you know, run this time as close to normal. You know, especially if you're trying to do multiple items on a field. Like if you're doing like grass and hay work, you don't want to be rushing a contract to get, you know, gotta hurry, get it done. No. Just slow time down, take your time, get it done the way that you want to do it. And it will be all good. Alright, this one I'll do lift up. And drop it back down. Alright, get this done. And I'm guessing I'm probably going to get 30, 40,000 maybe off of here, something like that. Nothing major, but it's going to be enough to keep my cows happy. And bolster my hay supplies. No, I don't want a worker. Stop. Wrong button. I should go check on that worker again one of these times. He's doing, that field's pretty darn big, so it's going to take him a long time. Come on, get the crews going. Okay. Totally no rhyme or reason to my windrowing, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about... I'm not a perfectionist player. I never will be. I just do whatever I want to do. And usually what I will do is, at the very beginning of videos or something, I'll say, I play my way, you play your way, and don't worry about it. Where a lot of the YouTubers are like, oh God, I can't do anything without what my audience wants. No, just do your thing. The ones that stick with you are going to be the ones that enjoy doing random things. And they're going to be your diehard fans. They're not going to be flash in the pan, subscribe because you're doing something cool in one episode. You do you, boo. Exactly. Exactly. I just do whatever I feel like doing on a game. I hate linear games. They drive me crazy. Alright, that's windrowing's done. So we'll get that out of here. We'll go get the pickup wagon, or the pickup harvester. Lordy sakes, get the right word. Get the forage harvester, and we'll get the wagon and get all the hay picked up. And I'll deal with the diesel tomorrow morning in the game, because I have to buy it from the shop and bring it back, because I don't have any diesel on the farm, I don't believe. I'll wash this stuff in the morning, so I'm just going to park it over by the power washer, and I'll worry about it when I get done. Rules are for real life, and sometimes not even that. Exactly. Video games, you can do whatever the heck you want. We're going to park this over here next to the power washer, which is in this little shed right here. Drop that and go get the front pickup loader. I did get my potatoes sold, darn it. I'll have to do that in the next episode, because I gotta do some more stuff again today. I gotta go out to Mom's and take care of her stuff. She's gotta get new medications and stuff picked up from the pharmacy and do all that good stuff. Let's see, my wagon and pickup are down here. Alright, get this. We will grab the trailer, and off we go. Pick up all that grass, and then we'll finish the contract and color good. This tractor could use a little more horsepower, but it does pretty good. I do miss my Dootsvar Bull, though. The Series 9 that was customized. I do miss that tractor from 22. 53 miles an hour, 700 horsepower. I miss it. Okay, this won't take long to pick up this grass because the pickup runs really fast. It's just the limit to my trailer, so that is about the only limitation I have on this. Oh, trailer's a little heavy for this tractor. we're full. Let's go empty. I might actually lease a bigger trailer so I can get this done in one fell swoop. Because the Colossus trailer, I usually go the unrealistic value so I can just pick up all the grass in one big shot instead of running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So once I get back to the farm, I'll lease the Colossus trailer and get it over with. That doesn't have the weight restriction on the tractor either. This tractor will pull it no problem. Okay. Get her done. That's what I always say. Like, what is it, Larry the Cable Guy, I think, used to say that? Get her done. Go a little bit bigger with this turn, and crash anyway. Yep. The archway would be nice if it was just a tad bit bigger. Oh, doggone it. I got this trailer in my way. Alright, super strength the trailer out of the way. There. Come on, go forward. Okay, dump it in there. And while that's dumping, I'm going to release the bigger trailer, which is trailers, and the Colossus is right here, the Titan trailer from Colossus Pack, and we're going to go, we'll go 250,000 capacity just to get things done. Camouflage, lease, yes, $1,000, that's okay. I'm making 21,000 on that. On the other, yeah, that. I'm gonna turn around on my grass field over here so I can get the trailer back where it belongs. Actually, this is my barley field, but that's okay. Just gonna drop the trailer right here. Grab the Colossus, which a lot of people whine and cry that you can't use the bigger equipment that has unrealistic values. Again, personal choice. I'm not too fussed about it. I gotta back up a little bit though, I can't make that turn. I am not fussed about it at all. Just like if I'm playing on a 16x map, you darn right I'm going to use the unrealistic equipment. I tried to watch somebody do a 16x map. They were harvesting a wheat field that was probably 100 acres about, give or take. And it was 3.5 hours of watching him crawl at 6 miles an hour. And barely talk. It was like, no. No. It was not fun at all. It was just a random YouTuber that popped up. Job didn't stick, but I apprenticed for a cable company and my instructor's name was Larry. Nice. Larry the Cable Guy. He was an American comedian. I don't know if you guys, he was popular over in Europe or not, so. But, he did the whole blue collar comedy tour with, Jeff Foxworthy and, I can't remember his name, but Tater Salad was his nickname. On full pipe, yeah, I know. And turn yawn and get her going. Alright. I turned it off. That was a good move. Not going to get it done that way. I'll be able to finish the field with this trailer, so get that done. Because it's getting dark, and I'm sure it's hard to see on your guys' side. Although I've never noticed a huge difference between my vision and what the users can see. You know, when I watch the video back or whatever. I've never noticed the huge thing where everybody lightens the gamma up so people on YouTube can see it. I've never noticed that. Maybe on, if you have your monitor turned darker, maybe you have that problem, but I don't know. Yeah, 2006, yep. Larry the Cable Guy, Jeff Foxworthy, and Ron White? Yeah, that was the name from Tater Salad. His real name was Ron White. Those three were just hilarious. Actually, there was a fourth guy. Can't think of his name, though. Bill Engvall. That's his name. Bill Engvall was the other guy. There was 4 of them in the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, and they were really funny, I thought. The whole "here's your sign" thing from Jeff Foxworthy used to kill me. I was like, wow. Because I could see those kind of things happening in the real world. It's like, yep, here's your sign. And having lived in the southern states, in Missouri and stuff, there's a lot of people that were a "here's your sign" kind of episode. And it's not I'm trying to be, you know, derogatory towards them or anything, but there's a lot of people that just don't think when they're doing things. So they end up making a fool of themselves. Okay, this will be done in no time. At least I think it'll be no time. And maybe by then the cultivator will be done. Oh, I was way off on my estimate already, and I'm only half done. I said it was going to be like 30,000. I'm already at 45,000 just in this trailer load. Wow. Just gonna run over here and scoop this. And irritate all the purist gamers that have to have everything perfectly straight. Around and grab this line. I'm not going to be able to pick up every ounce of grass off here because I can't see that good anymore tonight, but we'll get what we can see and call it good, because the 100,000 or so I'm going to get off this field is 100,000 I didn't have for hay, so I'm calling it a win either way. Nope, not a bad haul at all. I mean, off that big grass field I did a couple days ago, I got 499,000 liters of silage. So, can't complain there either. So I'm pretty much set for making food for the animals. Except for the straw, that's the only thing I'm struggling with. Which, it's only like $600 or $700 to buy a trailer of straw, so I'm not too worried about that. Almost done. Got a few more stripes to go, and then I'll finish this contract and we'll be golden. Speed foraging, what I do best. Alright, I think that's all of my windrows, except for I got a little bit here I'm gonna grab. I can see a partial windrow here. Alright, I'm gonna call that good. Sure, there's plenty I missed, but I'm considering 100,000 pretty good. Alright, so we will take this back to the farm, and then I'll come back and finish that last little bit of mowing and finish that contract, and we'll be good. Oh, another sign bit the dust. Oh well. Oops. There was one map I was playing on. Every time I hit a sign, I'd pay $50, like a fine. It almost bankrupted me. So I quit that. It's like, yep. Okay. Get this back. Hopefully this all fits in my bunker. Or not my bunker, but my hayloft. Hey, I hit it for the first time without crashing. Let's see if I can do it here, because I parked the trailer in a stupid spot. I thought that would be a good mod to be charged for destruction as well as getting tickets. It can be. Yeah, but I'd be broke too. I mean, I've done some where they have traffic lights or speed traps and stuff on the map, and I hate maps that have them. Because only tractors, if you're using anything but a tractor, you get speeding tickets all the time. Even on American Truck Sim and those, and European Truck Sim, I shut off the speeding tickets because they change so quickly that you can't slow down fast enough for it. At least in my opinion, they change too quickly. So, I'll clean up all these trailers and stuff when I can see what I'm doing better. Alright, so let's unhitch this. We'll make a mess out of our yard. Drop this, because that's the last I'm picking up. And then we'll go finish that contract quick. But there was, I forget which map it was I was playing on. They had, oh, it was Farmer Andy's version in 22 of, don't remember the name of the map, but it was a secondary map that he did. And he had traffic lights that you had to obey. It stopped you dead when you were doing the, you know, if you came along the road and there's a traffic light, it would stop you dead until the light changed. And I was like, what? Why? You know? But I don't know if he's going to do anything more like that on these maps or not, because I would go into Giants Editor and remove the lights, or the traffic lights myself, because I hate it when people put traffic lights on maps. And usually they put the fines way too expensive for what you'd actually get fined. Alright, go grab our mower and get that done. We'll finish up the little bit of contract there is here. Where did I leave my mower? Somewhere over here. There it is. Sitting back over here in the corner. Get the headlands finished up and get backed up straight. That might help. Alright, back up a little bit. Drop you down. Oops, down you go. Start you up. Get this finished up. I'm not going to be too worried about this because it's going to stop me at 80 or 90% anyway. So I'm just going to go randomly around until it hits 100%. And the reason I was using GPS earlier is because I had to give my hands a break. My carpal tunnel was giving me issues, so I had to give my hands a little bit of a break. So I was exercising every time I'd start the GPS up. Alright, one more round. Not doing a very good job on this, but I can't see worth a darn here. Oh, maybe if I turn up my lights, I'll be able to see better. I can't see going that way. I gotta turn around. I can't see. I mean, I probably would have got another 10 or 20,000 liters of grass off this last little bit, but nah. I'm not too worried about it. This cleaned up along the edge. My back is getting stiff. I'm gonna have to get up and move really soon. Almost there. And like I said, I could go and clean all this up, but I don't really need the hay since I got over 100,000 units that I picked up already. So we're just gonna mow the thing, finish the contract, and call her done. Contract finished. Alright, let's go check on the cultivator, and then I'm going to call an end to the stream, I believe, because I need to get up and move, and then go call my mom and see how she's doing. 88, you got to keep an eye on him. And I just went the wrong way, I think. No, I didn't. I gotta go this way. I gotta turn here and let me through. Alright, how you doing over here, worker? I don't even know where he's at. Holy buckets, is a dark out here. Where are you at? Way on the far corner. Alright, so he has this corner left to do, it looks like. He's got to do 500 turnarounds, though. I think he's on the narrow strip now. Or maybe 1 or 2 stripes left the full length of the field. Maybe? I can't quite tell. Okay, enough of that slow speed. Go faster. Oh yeah, he's on the short stretch now. It's gonna be a while before he's done, so always a good times. Cheers. Take care. Have a good night, Bruiser, or day, whatever it is over there. I know you're like 6 hours ahead or so, so have a wonderful day. I will catch you in the next one. Alright, we're going to watch him for just a minute or two, and then I'm going to end the stream because I need to get my butt moving. This worker's being really slow, but it's allowed me to get another contract finished. So, alright, I'm done with the worker. Stop. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish this field myself, and I will catch you in the next stream. So you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wherever you are in this happy world, and stay happy and healthy. Bye.